Hello, good evening, Tribuners. Welcome back with me, Mutiara, in Indonesian News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. Potential for landslide. Residents of the slopes of Mount Sangbua flee to Nrekang. Hundreds of residents living on the slopes of Mount Sangbua, Lembang Kaduaja, Kendasil Subdistrict Tanah Toraja District evacuate. Residents were forced to evacuate because of cracks in the soil of the mountain, so prone to landslides. In addition, the land in the region has been moving for the past few days. Residents began to evacuate since Saturday, February 19, 2022. Some residents fled to Benteng Allah village and Rengkang Regency. Some of them fled to the Al-Hidayah Islamic Boarding School Kaduaja. The residents who have now fled from the hamlets of Baturewan, Tokambola, and Sangbua. Epi, a resident of Sangbua, admit that he was forced to flee to a safer place even though he didn't bring anything with him, any equipment. The head of Lembang Kaduaja village, Zohanis Dipin Leding, has appealed to his residents not to activities around the foot of the mountain, because it is feared that there will be landslides from the top of the mountain. Moreover, until now there is still heavy rain accompanied by strong winds. Kaduaja village official Arfan added that the refugees needed toiletries, blankets, and ready-to-eat food. He hoped that the district government would immediately find a temporary place for the refugees. This is because since the residents took refuge in the Islamic boarding school, teaching and learning activities have been disrupted. The next news is, some areas in Boyolali were hit by a hurricane. Several areas in Boyolali were hit by hurricanes on Sunday, February 20, 2022. As a result, there are damaged houses. There are 3 locations that were swept away by strong winds when heavy rains splashed that area on the slopes of Merapi Merbabu. The first is in the area of Kebongulo village, Musuk district. Strong winds at around 2:30 p.m. managed to roll up some roof tiles and the school's roof Cempaka Kindergarten, Kebongulo village, Musuk district. To the east of the village, the hurricane was even more violent. Precisely in Madu village, Mojosongo district, a tornado knocked down several trees. As a result, one house collapsed and 9 other houses were slightly damaged. Even as a result of tornado's rampage, a resident was injured. Strong winds that hit the village of Madu occurred at around 3:30 p.m. In the meantime, the evacuation process is carried out for the trees that cover the road access first, where in Doglo, Chandigatak village, Cepogo subdistrict also experienced a tornado. The strong wind on the slopes of Merbabu caused a tree to fall and 3 electricity poles collapsed. The next news is, heavy rain and strong wind damaged several houses. Heavy rain accompanied by strong winds hit the South Bolang Magondo Regency on Sunday, February 20, 2022. As a result, a number of houses and businesses owned by residents were damaged. As observed in Tolondadu village, Bolang Uki, South Bolang Mongondo, 5 houses were damaged. The roof of a resident's house in the Bolsal was damaged by strong winds on Sunday, February 20, 2022. Some of them collapsed, the roof was damaged. According to residents, the incident occurred around 5 o'clock a.m. on Sunday, February 20, 2022. There were no injuries or deaths from this incident. The next news is, a king cobra snake with a length of 3 meters appears in a resident's house. The appearance of a king cobra surprised residents who live in Nelayan Way, Gang Ismail, Sungai Bakau Kecil Village, East Mempawah District, Mempawah Regency, West Kalimantan, on Wednesday, February 16, 2022. It is known that the deadly venomous reptile appeared suddenly at the house of resident named Ferry. The news tribunpontianak.co.id found out when he showed at Pinyuh Berbagi's Instagram post and at halo.mempawah, who is actively providing the latest information. From the video that the Tribune observed, when the cobra was found, residents had time to immortalize it through amateur footage and show residents trying to catch the king cobra so that no harm to residents. When confirmation is done, admin at Pinyuh Berbagi immediately responds and confirms the report information from citizens. Arriving at the Tribune at the location, the Tribune was greeted warmly by one of the residents who spread it first, this time the video of discovery of the snake, namely Mrs. Suhaini, and immediately brought the Tribune to the location of the resident's house, found a king cobra snake with a size of approximately 3 meters. The house of the resident who conceived the king cobra is the Ferry and Ida couple. Apparently, during a search, the king cobra measuring approximately 3 meters was found by the daughter of the owner of the house, Chelsea, who is 10 years old and is in 4th grade primary school. Chelsea also told the chronology of the initial discovery of the king cobra, which surprised her, where the snake was found on Wednesday, February 16, 2022 at around 10 o'clock a.m. At first, she saw going to the bathroom, then opened the back door and went straight to the bathroom. However, when he finished from the bathroom and was about to enter the house, he saw a snake was coiled near the door. After that, said Chelsea, she immediately shouted and suddenly the people came. Because at the time the house was quiet, only Chelsea was at home because her parents worked. At the time, many people came to the house to catch the snake and the snake was shot. Meanwhile, Chelsea's mother, Ida, said that she was not at home at the time of the incident because it works. With the discovery of a snake in his house, he said he was very worried about other snakes which come. He thanked all the residents who have come together to help protect the snake cobra in his house. He said that until now he is still thinking about the discovery of the snake. The next news is Sungai Selan Port is tightened to prevent narcotics trafficking in Central Bangka. The Narcotics Investigation Unit of the Central Bangka Resort Police has again succeeded in revealing the case of trafficking methamphetamine from Sungai Selan district. In effect, a man who was selling methamphetamine with the initial MA, alias Amel, with the age 43 years old, was successfully arrested on February 7, 2022 in a house on Berok Ilir Way, Sungai Selan Village. Unmitigated, the police managed to confiscate as much as evidence in the form of methamphetamine 9.70 grams, which have been separated in several small plastics. It is known that the evidence was the largest during the anti-quietus operation against the Bangka Police Middle from February 1 to 12, 2022 ago. To BangkaPost.com on Thursday, February 17, 2022, MA admit that in the last 2 months he had become a methamphetamine dealer in the Sungai Selan sub-district. According to him, 1 gram of methamphetamine was sold at a price of around 1 million rupiah to the target, whom young people and some customers. The head of Central Criminal Reserve Bangka Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Mohrisha Mustario said that his party had often revealed cases of drug trafficking originating from Sungai Selan. He admitted Sungai Selan was indeed the focus of the Central Bangka Resort Police Narcotics Investigation Unit because it is suspected that these goods were smuggled from the island of Sumatra through the port. Therefore, his party cooperated with the IRAT Police Unit, the police around Sungai Selan Lanal ASDP Customs and Excise at the Sungai Selan port to supervise and tighten the entry routes for people and goods from South Sumatra. Research said, based on the result of this investigation carried out by the Reserve Police Narcotics Investigation Unit, there was no indication of a drug trafficking syndicate from the island of Sumatra. He admitted there were several suspicions that narcotics trade was regulated from prison Selindung based on the result of the communication intercept indicated from there. The next news is, a resident dies after being hit by an electric pole. Local resident explained what happened to Suryadi as a resident of Patumbak who died. Because it was hit by a power pole from the state electricity company while crossing Setia Way, Patumbak district on Sunday, February 20, 2022. Around 3 o'clock p.m., there was hail and strong winds. Even the roofs of residents' houses were blown off. Not long after, the electricity poles were hit by the wind. The electric pole that was hit by the wind fell and hit a motorist who was driving on the road. He said residents heard a loud bang during the incident. He even said it was like an explosion sound when residents approached to the victim. Apparently, Suryadi had died at the scene. The electricity at the site is now out. Shortly after the incident, the police officer and the Regional Disaster Management Agency, the company electricity state, local government, and Indonesian National Army came to the location to carry out evacuation. Based on the observation of Tribun Medan when evacuating, the officer found obstacles. This is because residents are crowding to the location, thereby reducing the space for officers to move. In addition, the power pole that hit the victim was very heavy, so that residents flocked to help officers to remove the pole from Suryadi's body. After it was successful, the electric pole was moved to the side of the road so as not to hinder motorists who wanted to pass. Not long after that, the victim was evacuated and taken to Bayangkara Hospital. While at the location, none of the victim's family had come to visit. Until now, the police are still investigating the incident. And the last news is, dozens of mothers in Mamuju are angry because they don't get cooking oil. Dozens of housewives at the Mamuju Regency Trade Office West Sulawesi are angry because there is no cooking oil. The cheap market, which was held by the Trade Ministry, took place one day in the office yard on General Sudirman Way, Simboro Village on Sunday, February 20, 2022. 200 boxes of cooking oil are provided in the form of 5-liter jerry cans, which are sold for 70,000 rupiah. However, there were many people who came in line, so the stock of cooking oil was not enough. Dozens of housewives were disappointed because they didn't get cooking oil. They had been in line since morning. Feeling disappointed, the dozen of housewives entered the office shouting and be angry. He is disappointed because he feels being played with because the information he gets, cooking oil will be shared at 8 p.m. He and other housewives are angry because the information on the distribution of cooking oil is not appropriate timetable. In addition, Other housewives said they were disappointed because they had a photocopy of the family card but didn't got. The housewife was so angry that she entered the Mamuju trade office to ask for money clarity. The field of consumer protection for Mamuju trade office, Tenri, explained the distribution schedule cooking oil. He said the cooking oil was quickly distributed because it was to avoid crowds of residents. After getting angry, the housewife finally dispersed and went home empty-handed. Requirements to obtain the cooking oil must show an identity card in the form of family card. This is done so that the distribution of cooking oil is evenly distributed, one jerrycan for one household. Well, that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.